that film's so good.
Thank you.
Also, West London.
Yes,
Yeah.
West London.
Are you from there?
Yeah, I grew
nice.
up around Shepherd's Bush, Hammersmith. That's where I went to school. So yeah.
Oh, nice. I'm from
ends.
Westbourne Park. So
Oh, no
Ladbroke
way.
Grove
Cool.
way. Yeah.
Cool.
I just love seeing Shepherd's Bush Market on the big screen.
Right.
So I'll start with you, Nida. I mean, it's one of those films where, as an audience member, I'm watching it and I thought to myself, I've never seen anything quite like this before. And I wondered, when you were kind of in the process of making it and writing it, did you have that realisation that it felt unique? Was that quite hard for you to realise when you're making it? You almost need other people to tell you.
Yeah, it's that strange one where it feels unique, but also very, very done in a way that I'm drawing from so many of the films I love. I love growing up, Hong Kong Kung Fu, comedies, teen movies. It has a lot of genres that but I think what makes it specific and different is just infusing it from like a South Asian cultural perspective and centering a sister relationship, which is again something we don't get to see. So it's like things we're familiar with brought together with things we don't expect and just sort of jamming it all together and hoping and praying it works.
I mean, I was just wondering, Priya, if you did much sort of combat training, and also if you did your own sort of, because I know it's obviously martial arts and stuff, if you did your own stunts. I know Ria would have done her own stunts, but and then you're excused if you didn't, but did you try and do some of your own stuff?
Yeah, I did. It was... I think knowing that Ria would have done her own stunts was one of the key reasons why I was like, I need to do my own stunts, because it really allows me to like sit into Ria and really understand her and get into her body as well. And I've never done any martial arts before this film, but we had about 6-7 weeks from when I was cast to when we started the shoot for me to utilize that time to learn as much of it as I possibly could. And I think I attempted everything that I was allowed. Which, whether it was used or not is a totally different subject. But I did attempt almost all of it. And I feel really proud of being able to have done that and being a part of a team that empowered me to do that as well.
I don't want to make you blush, but Nida, I mean, this feels like a real star in the making. I just wanted to ask about the kind of casting of this role and when you sort of thought, right, I found my Ria.
Honestly, it was so hard. We looked far and wide to find a Ria Khan. Honestly, Priya's tape came to me really late in the day, and when she walked into the room, it was like a huge sigh of relief. You have a movie star here, and she is just. I mean, the kind of auditioning process was insane for you. We would see, like, can she do the teenage angst? Can she do the comedy? Can she do the physicality? Can she do the sister bond, the vulnerability? And she could. And it was like finding an actor who just is so talented, but also just Priya's work ethic is insane. The hours she put in, not only doing the physical training, but also like finding the character, the homework, she went so deep into finding Ria. And honestly, I felt a burden lifted when Priya came on board, because it felt like somebody was sharing that with me and had honoured the character so much. So, yeah, movie star right here.
Thanks, guys.
Never going to afford her again.
But in the film, there's this kind of idea that certain jobs that kids might have or young people might have about wanting to do in their role aren't taken quite seriously enough. Yes. So you obviously want to be a stunt performer, or obviously the sister wants to be kind of an artist. And sometimes there's kind of conflict from parents or teachers. I wondered if either of you ever sort of felt that growing up when you decided when you said to your parents or teachers or friends that you wanted to get into the arts.
Oh my gosh, I think it's especially in our communities, and I think a lot of people that I know, particularly that are kids of immigrant parents, for example, that really struggle with this, trying to like do something that feels out of the norm, like out the box, and that can be really difficult. And I think growing up, I was worried. I hadn't seen a lot of myself, like, or people that look like me doing acting, and also nobody in my family did anything like that. So I was like, oh my gosh, maybe there isn't a space for me. But I have been so honestly lucky with the response and the support that I have from my family. I'm so thankful for them. They really, really are my greatest strength. So I'm really lucky to have that, and I wish that everybody could have the same.
Yeah. I mean, echoing Priya, I felt like my parents were worried for me if I wanted to be a film director. They're like, but who like you does that? Show me. There wasn't an example I could point to really. But ultimately they did trust me, and they've sort of loved the film. I was so nervous about showing it to them, and because there is that family dynamic. But it was important for me that the parents in the film aren't just like oppressive, and sort of there's love and there's warmth in that relationship. So there's a kind of nuance there of like, yes, they're not fully supporting you, but there's love there.
Well, now if young girls want to say they want to be a director, you're the example they can give.
Yeah, there you go.
I love that.
Well, thank you so much for your time today. Best luck release of the film.
Thanks so much.
Thanks so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey, you guys!
Hey, you guys. Hey, that's what they all say.
Hey, you guys.